Can you just quickly verify why April and why August?
August is my wedding anniversary, and April is my husband's birthday.
And your husband's passed?
Yes.
I did gather that from last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the truth of it. But if I am going to, he wants me to bring in those months or highlight those months for you. Were you in near panic because you thought you lost a ring?
Yeah.
But it wasn't lost, was it? He's like, you're flipping out like a bird. And he gets it, the whole emotional thing. Now I'll let you talk.
For his birthday, I took my son to Great Wolf Lodge because I couldn't be at home. It was just this past Wednesday. And we had checked out of the room. It was our last day, and we went to the water park. And I realized when we got to the water park that my necklace wasn't on where I have his wedding ring on.
His ring?
Oh, sorry. And I panicked right away. Thankfully, I had someone else to watch my son, but I had to run back to the room. And thankfully, it wasn't lost. I knew exactly where it was, but I had left it in the room. It was the only thing I had left in there.
Wow. So, momentary panic over the ring, and you got it back.
Yeah.
And can I just tell you, ring or not, you're never going to lose me, he says. You'll never lose me. Even if you didn't have children with him, he's anchored to you. He's anchored to you. You are, I swear, you're one of the strongest people he knows. People tell you that shit all the time, don't they? Doesn't it piss you off? They have no friggin' clue what you're going through. And yet they keep talking about how strong you are. He's on the bandwagon. You are one of the... And if you don't want to look strong, then don't act strong. Because you act strong. And he's like, you are one of the strongest people I know. And, you know, I don't want to just paraphrase, but what you go through is horrifically hard on you. You will come out. You will excel. You will excel. Failure's not a friggin' option for you. Like, it wasn't in school, and it won't be now. Like, I don't know if you're Miss Goody Two-Shoes and you got books up your ass or what, but there's something that he's like, failure's not an option for you. You're not going to go through life half-ass. You're not. And he is sorry that you hurt so much. But he's like, I got to choose to look at, you love that much, it's going to hurt. Like, it's the flip side. You know, now, who am I dating here that you won't remember what a 45 record is, will you?
Well, I know what it is.
I used to disc jockey. Hundreds of them in my basement in a safe, or not a safe, but in a box, waterproof box. A 45, you would have an A side, which was the hit, and then on the B side was something you would never listen to. You know, I just got to tell you that the A side is the love, the B side is the grief and the hurt.
I always think it because
right up to your mouth.
One of the things I had said I come to learn is that without you wouldn't have great grief if you didn't have great love. Like, I think grief is love flipped inside out. So
this is your husband, but it would go to every mom that I've talked to here, which is what, 2? Sorry. But I always have asked people, my very best friends in life, Gary and Denise, our very best friends in life, Gary and Denise, we travel the world with them. They're just the greatest people. They are bereaved parents. They lost their son in 2005, and I met them 3 weeks after Pat died on the ski hill. And they came to me for the first time, and that's when we met, and then the friendship blossomed. But I've asked them, and I've asked countless, hundreds of parents, if it meant avoiding the grief you have now, would you give up what you knew and what you loved?
No.
And not one person would ever say no. And that's a mother that might have had her child for 2 days in a hospital. But it's like, I wouldn't give it up. So you hold on to what you have with your husband. Okay? The physical part of it's done. And I'm sorry for the bluntness, but I can't bring him back for you. But he's always with you. You mentioned your little girl. He'll be around her.
A little boy.
Oh, little boy. Sorry, I think you said little girl. When do you do?
July.
And it's his?
Yeah.
You don't know what you're having yet?
No. Maybe it's a girl.
I have no clue. I'll tell you as a dad, once you have the boy, it's like home free after that. You just want the boy to carry on the name. Yeah, and so then you can have your girls. I don't know, but I thought you said girl. And when are you due? July?
July 9th, I'm due.
No wonder you're friggin' strong. You have to be.
Yeah, I was 6 weeks pregnant when he was killed.
You have the greatest gift in your belly.
Yeah.
You got a part of him, along with your son, but a part that's always going to live on. Don't do any funky name shit, he says. No, clearly. Don't do any funky name shit. Don't take like a version of a name and make it female, or you don't want to saddle that, or saddle a kid with a name that's like doesn't deserve it, or doesn't not deserve it, but shouldn't have it. So I don't know. Were you thinking of twisting a name or changing a name in some way?
I was thinking of...
Up to your month?
I was thinking if it was a girl to maybe sort of change his name, but...
None of that funky name shit he says. You will at some point have a storybook done up with him in it, and you will tell them everything about their dad.
I already ordered it.
You already ordered it?
A book. It's not made yet, but they're making it.
Is he?
It's
like,
about him, so that I can read it to my kids.
So he talks about the storybook, and you will educate them on who their dad is, and you will. He's a part of it, and he knows about the storybook, if nothing else. But they will know who their dad is through you. And I'll tell you one thing. He's funny. He's like, the fact that I'm deceased, I can't screw shit up as a dad. I royally screw up as a dad. And even as a grandpa sometimes with my 3 grandkids. But he's like, I can't screw up. I'm on a pedestal. I am going to be like this guy with wings that's always got their back, and I can't screw up. But you? Good luck. Because you play the heavy. You're left with it. And is it your mom or his mom? Who's really good? Who's really good?
My mom has basically moved in with me.
It's like he's so grateful. Like she's, how often can a guy say that about his mother-in-law? Truly, she is so good. And he is so grateful. Give her a hug and a kiss from him. He wouldn't kiss her in real life, but give her a hug and a kiss.
He actually made me look at that kind of guy.
He appreciates her more than anything. You're going to do well. He will sing to your child, I promise you. He couldn't sing shit in life, I'm sure, but he will sing to your child. He's okay. He's okay. It just wasn't meant to play out any differently, but that is a gift.
Yeah.
Don't apologize. We're 5 minutes late and people need to eat. Thanks for coming, everybody.